Hey guys, I'm doing a little video on a mystery box that sits on my boat. You guys might have one of these mystery boxes on your boats too, but honestly, it's not even a mystery what's in here. It's just actually kind of some miscellaneous stuff, some stuff that I work with all the time when I'm out on the water, and some kind of like backup stuff and stuff like that. So it's just a little box. I like these boxes. I have this underneath the console. I just keep it there. And it's got a lot of handy stuff that I need. And so it's not like just random junk all over my boat. So it keeps things neatly organized. What I have here is some giant hooks. Um, we'll kind of go over all the things that are in here, but yeah, let me just start off with these giant hooks that I have here. The reason why I have these is because I do get out on Lake Michigan quite a bit, and I have some older like spoons and stuff like that with like rusty hooks and just like that I replaced with these. So I bought a spare box of these treble hooks, and I keep these. And fishing for king salmon, I did have a couple bend that hook on me and just break off. It's been my first year fishing the big lake, so I kind of learned a lot of lessons in the first year, and definitely good to have a box of hooks. So that's kind of in my like random junk box here. This is, I think, from a map card that I bought. I don't know why I have this on the boat. I think I just like want to keep this on the boat so that I can find it, but it doesn't necessarily have to be in this particular box. I just tossed it in here. Here's just some like random screw. Got a little like notepad. I don't know, in case I need to write down some secret message and put it in a bottle. Obviously got a headlamp. You need a headlamp, especially if you're fishing into the dark. It definitely comes in handy. Couple like lanyards. Honestly, I think that I used to hang my remote for my trolling motor on that. And then here's another one, so I just tossed it there. Got a screwdriver. Screwdrivers are always handy. But I do mostly use this one for adjusting my dipsy divers when I'm out trolling on Lake Michigan. I use a lot of dipsies, so the screwdriver is super handy. What else do I got here? I got a pair of sunglasses here that my buddy actually hooked me up with, so I appreciate that. He actually gave these to me. We went out fishing one time. Well, actually, he jumped into my boat at one point in time when I was already out on the water, and I forgot my sunglasses in my truck, and so I picked them up at another launch, but I didn't have a spare pair of sunglasses on the boat, and I just couldn't do it. Like I was like crying constantly. It was just no clouds in the sky, and it was like noon, so I'm like, hey man, can you just buy me a pair of sunglasses at a local gas station? So he hooked me up with this, so I really appreciate it. But now I learned to keep a spare pair of sunglasses, and I have another pair that's polarized that I keep on the boat as well for those situations. You live and you learn. So maybe that's what maybe this video will kind of help everybody else out. What else do I have here? I have these scissors here. I kind of hate having like 100 different tools, because then you got a lot of junk laying around. But I will say that these braid scissors I use quite a bit. They cut through braid really nicely. They're really, that's why they're on top of the junk, because they're used a lot. I got like some paracord. I haven't really had to use it for anything, but it definitely pays to have that. You gotta have a spare plug. Gotta have a spare plug. And I could just toss this in one of the compartments or whatever, but again, I don't want to spend a whole day looking for the plug, so I just keep it in my what I call the junk box. I don't know what this is, some piece of paper. Here's another pair of scissors. I think that this was just the leftover from the previous owner on my boat, so I just kind of tossed it in here. I've got another screwdriver. I think this came off my old boat, but again, I could use this to adjust my dipsies if I need it, or adjust anything and everything that I might need. A couple of these Velcro straps, I think these were for like cable management. I tossed them in here. Here's like a little other clamp that's like cable management. And then obviously moving on to like the more important stuff. So I bought this pair of like pliers slash braid cutters a little while ago. They're cool. They come in a pouch. You know, I'm not gonna necessarily strap this to my waist every time I go out fishing. I mean, they're cool and everything. But I ended up getting these. I got these for free, and I use these a lot more just because they're smaller, more nimbler, and you know, I don't have to deal with all this stuff that's attached here. But I will say that I think that the main reason why I did buy these is because they do have this split ring nose thing. And you know, again, going back to the beginning when I was telling you guys about, you know, salmon fishing and replacing these hooks. I mean, replacing a hook like that on a spoon, especially if it's got like a rusty like swivel or something, this thing, you know, makes it so much easier. So that's probably the only time that this set of pliers comes out, when I need to change my like a split ring or a hook or something. Here's another set of pliers needle nose pliers that I think they just came off my old boat. Obviously this is for like unhooking fish or holding stuff. Now here's another like a little, I guess like a split ring pliers or something. I think I got that for free from somewhere. And then here's the needle nose pliers that I think I use these the most. And I have another set that's got like the curved needle nose section. Got a, you know, tape measure. Gotta have a tape measure so you can see if you're beat your personal best catch. You know what else? I got a couple other like little odds and ends here. I have some musky leader, fluorocarbon leader. I just tossed it in there because I didn't know where to put it. I got this. Here's another plug. You know, I guess you can't have too many plugs. Better have more than less. And then, you know, just some junk like a little box. But I do have also this 20-pound line, and I use this to tie my leaders for again, for salmon fishing. So I just keep that here, excuse me. And then I have like these 2 jars of like gulp minnows. You know, I keep these here just because I think that they were in like kind of like a compartment in my previous boat, and I just kind of tossed everything in this little bin, so I put those in there too. I hate that, you know, the liquid from these gulp minnows, like it leaks out. Like you can see there's nothing in here. I don't know where it went, but thankfully it's not in this box because that stuff really stinks. One other thing I have in here is I have this ultraviolet light. So why do I have it? I have it because I need, sometimes when I fish into the night, especially like trolling for salmon, this helps me recharge like the spoons that I use that are glow in the dark. So very handy to have that. And here's basically all the junk I have with me at all times. Take care, guys.